Welcome to 23
on Bree.
Yay! Yay! Okay. So today we wanted to talk about gay lions in Kenya and gay lions having sex in Kenya.
Yeah.
And cultural differences
between our two countries.
Yeah, Kenya and South Africa, because Nelly is from Kenya and I'm from South Africa.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start off by what the hell? Gay lions mating in Kenya.
Yeah. So recently, gay lions were spotted in Masai Mara Game Reserve. 2 male lions mating, having sex, and the film of these 2 lions having sex was not taken very kindly by the head of the Kenya Film Something Board, Ezekiel Mutua, and he said some very interesting things that I would want to read to you guys.
We want to get the quotes exactly because they're worth getting word for word.
Exactly.
Mutua says the act is an abomination of nature, and this is the end of the species.
So
now, because
are the animals gonna be killed?
Yeah, the end of the species.
What do you mean end of the species?
Two male lions have sex and now
all lions must be.
Yeah, no. Just because 2 male lions have sex does not mean now male and female lions are going to stop having sex.
Exactly.
So that's just a stupid argument.
What do you mean? Okay.
This is something in debating that we call going down a slippery slope.
Yeah.
You just one little thing and it's like, oh my god, this is gonna happen, the whole world's gonna end in abomination.
Yeah, it does not mean that the
life does not work like that. Mutua claims that the gay lions could have learned homosexual behavior after watching a gay couple having sex in the game reserve.
Can you believe?
So let's just rehash this,
exactly.
right?
So
the lions were chilling.
The lions were
chilling. One night, right?
Then this gay couple was on safari.
And they snuck off the safari truck,
or maybe even in the van. God knows the windows were not tinted, and the lions could see
the lions
could see that this is not, you know, the normal male and female, as if lions have seen people having sex before.
Yeah. And they were watching.
And they were watching and taking notes.
Yeah, of what is going on and
how to do it. And the lion decided, fuck it.
I'm gonna fuck another male.
Exactly. I'm not gonna look for a female. I'm gonna try this out.
Yeah, because it looks good.
Because it looks good. Let me copy what they're doing.
Because obviously wild animals mimic human behavior all the time. I mean, we've seen this countless times before, right, Nelly? Yeah.
Apparently we have. Apparently it happened. I mean, what kind of absurd way of thinking is this? Since when do lions copy any other animal in the animal kingdom? They're the freaking kings of the jungle.
They're the kings of the jungle.
We were.
Other animals copy them, and humans are humans are creatures of mimicry, and they copy, and you know.
Exactly. Never the other way around.
Never the other way around.
I don't know.
Okay. Then, according to experts, a male lion mounting another male lion may be a way of showing dominance.
Exactly.
Lions' social structures can be a complex system, not something the likes of Ezekiel Mutua would know about in any case. So yeah, that's what we have for you on the gay lions
of Kenya. We'll put the link to
Kenya.
the video.
It's really worth seeing.
Yeah.
But we want to also, into this topic, we want to integrate the differences, cultural differences between Kenya and South Africa, because
clearly, as you've seen, Kenya is very conservative.
And homophobic. They don't like, being gay is unlawful.
Is
illegal. Yeah.
So Kenya is very conservative, and very many people in Kenya think the way Ezekiel Mutua thinks. Very many people are very conservative and close-minded. They want everybody else to be conservative and close-minded, right?
And in South Africa, do you think?
In South Africa, I think people are a lot more chilled and a lot more, let me say, tolerant and accepting of other ways of living, even if they're not necessarily their ways of living. Yeah. So in South Africa, it's more of let's coexist. Diversity is good. Kenya, it's more of no, what you're doing is absolutely wrong. You should do things the way I'm doing them because my way is the right way.
Clothing?
Yeah, clothing as well.
For females, like how
especially
people perceive it in Kenya versus here.
Yeah. When, for example, me, when I wear some of the clothes that I wear, like a very fitting dress or a short skirt, most people perceive it as indecent well, it's not necessarily indecent. I mean, I'm not wearing slutty, scanty clothes. It's just exactly what I'm wearing here, just a short and a shirt. But then in Kenya, when you're showing too much skin and showing too much this, you need to be like fully clothed from, not like Amish, but.
And then another big difference that we wanted to talk about was sort of the heightening of the importance of males and patriarchy in the Kenyan society versus here, because it's definitely prevalent in South Africa.
I think it's prevalent everywhere.
Still in the whole world.
In the whole world. But then
just the extent of it, like some of the things Nelly has told me,
exactly.
It seems quite different. Yeah, do you want to speak about it?
I feel like in Kenya, patriarchy is very strongly felt, and not just in, you know, the traditional village settings, even in very modern settings. And men are brought up thinking and seeing that say their fathers and their forefathers and whatever always had an upper hand in society, and that's how African culture is. The man's word is final, right? Whereas here there's what can I say? There's respect for the female's opinion.
Without the need for it to be validated by
a man's opinion, exactly. And it carries the same weight as a man's opinion carries. So for example, in my family, my uncle's opinion is seen to carry more weight than my mom's opinion. And it's one thing that I don't really like. I could say, quite frankly, I hate. And that's because it holds us back, you know, it holds, I think, humanity back, because we are two different genders, but one gender should never have to dominate another. Yeah, and it's not that we want the power, we just want to share it, because we are equal partners. Yeah.
Amen to that.
Yeah, I always knew I wanted to study away from home. Everyone was happy, but then it was more of, but what do your uncles think?
Yeah,
you know,
make sure they approve.
Make sure they approve. No, not necessarily approve, but let them validate. Do they think it's okay?
Yeah.
You know, and that's a very, you see, now things like this annoy me, because this is a very backward way of thinking and living, and that's how, that, like I said, not necessarily, patriarchy doesn't necessarily, what can I say? It's not necessarily practiced in traditional settings. You know, you think you'll expect it in a village somewhere,
far off, somewhere where it's very
even
backward,
in very modern settings, very modern,
alive and well.
Exactly. And
even in South Africa, with the different cultures, Nelly was asking you earlier, and I was saying that it is prevalent in African cultures as well as white cultures, but sometimes, like, I think patriarchy, I think it's more prevalent maybe among white Afrikaans people, as white English people tend to be a little bit more liberal. And but with that being said, there are the exceptions. There's white Afrikaans people that are completely non-patriarchal and very forward thinkers, and you know.
What do you think breaks this culture of patriarchy? Do you think education and I think education and exposure contributes a great deal to sort of ending it? But then, like Rachel pointed out earlier, very many people, you come here and you're in a school setup.
It's like a temporary open-minded environment.
Yeah. And then now you go back home, or you go back to wherever you go back to, and then you start practicing
what you've always practiced before you came,
or what you saw as you grew up, or whatever.
And also like here it's so easy to be open-minded, because there's people supporting you, and there's people having the same opinions as you, and
people are liberal-minded here.
It's justified.
So
you get justification of your opinions. It's consistent justification. Whereas when you go home, there's just no justification whatsoever. You've got people of older generations who have,
and people who don't necessarily believe in other people having their own independence
opinions and equality between the sexes or races, you know.
Exactly. So it's a situation where it's you against the world almost, and you're forced to not necessarily submit, but play small and not exercise that right to have an opinion and live your life as you want to.
And I just do want to make a note. I just spoke about white Afrikaans and English people and patriarchy, and that it may be more prevalent among Afrikaans people, but also may not. But also, I think that I've heard a lot of people from the black community and from African cultures and that patriarchy is very heavy there.
In
it's
African
very
culture,
felt. So we hope you've learned something today.
And we hope you'd be an agent of change
Yeah, we really
Positive
do.
change and
Positive
just-
change throughout the world.
Yeah, diversity is the spice of life, and we need to encourage each other to tolerate and coexist.
Yeah, whether it be gay rights, female rights, equality,
Male, female, black, white,
animals.
all religions, Muslim, Christian, everybody.
We do need to learn to tolerate, especially, in the case of amoral
And-
things, you tolerate. So only when it becomes immoral that you step in and try to change things.
And you call out, but then when it's amoral,
Just let it be.
Yeah.
But yeah, we hope you've enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe and like us.
and comment and share.
Follow on Instagram.
Yeah. And give us your opinions as well.
Yeah, opinions on everything, especially the gay line thing.
But you know, we actually thought. Okay. Another video.
Yeah,
That's
another
another video.
Okay, bye.
Bye.